Our defense. We finally got stops. We turned it into transition. Otto set 2 amazing screens for me. Can y'all hear me? This mic seems a long way away. My bad. I shouldn't have disrespected the setup. Y'all are professionals. That's my bad. Otto set 2 good screens to get me free in our half-court offense, but our defense was unreal. I was guarding Okoro in the corner for most of the quarter and trying to be in help position on that, and I was just amazed at our ball pressure and everybody on the string. So, that's why we gave ourselves, an opportunity to come back. That's why for 36 minutes we never left an impression on the game because, it's a combination of a little lack of energy, focus, but also they were hitting shots, and that was a kind of emotional roller coaster until that last quarter.
I think this is the 35th time you've had at least 20 in 40. When you get rolling like that, what does it feel like?
I'm not thinking about anything. It's just a good energy because not only are you feeling good making shots, but you find yourself always in the right position, making the right cut, somebody's making the right screen. And even if I'm not the one taking the shot, then there's something else, good happening on the back end of the play. So it's nice that the first one went in because we were about to run a play and they had a breakdown. And I turned around, I had a space. And that's one that's like, you're open, so you got to take it and make it. Then they start to kind of overcompensate a little bit. So you get a couple back cuts, you get a couple overreactions, but you got to make shots, obviously. So again, it was because of the flow. Like we can go shot for shot, and it becomes a lot harder because you're still not getting stops. But we were able to do both, and that's why you have a 36-8 quarter. It's kind of crazy.
In previous years, you couldn't have played the whole fourth because that's just not how.
You said what?
You couldn't have played the whole fourth because that's just not how the sub pattern was. This is a result of your new sub pattern. Are you embracing it more because of situations like tonight?
I mean, yes and no. I'm just trying to be understanding this is how it is right now. I'm trying to be efficient when I'm out there. And this is the first time I think we've had, think about it first. Maybe the Atlanta game. It's like the first time where you have a stretch like that where you aren't ending a quarter. Actually, the end of the third quarter, I was out there and we just didn't have a lot of momentum. But in the beginning of the fourth, coach was like, if you do get it going, we are able to make adjustments and keep you out there. So I just try to obviously understand that that's the rotation for right now and just be locked in on how I can be efficient within those minutes.
Thank you.
Of course, a mental fortitude to go through all that and still play the game that he loves. Hell of a story.
Hell of a story. And, I think a lot more athletes and people of high profile are now talking a little bit more about mental health. And I think that's so healthy for everyone in general. I mean, we've just been through a pandemic and there's just a lot going on. So to see the inspiration of this is incredible.
Yes, and we love to hear comeback stories and him having a second opportunity. And I love what you said, these guys using their platform now because it's making the other people, come out and express how they feel and they get the right help they need. So you love to hear this type of stuff.
Well, I think especially with young people, I think especially with kids now with, everything that's gone on, I think for them to see stories like this and understand that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, hey, you know what, I'm not okay right now, but I need some help.
All right, it's time now to look at the edge because I told people to listen to me before the game. Brought to you by Grayton Resort and Casino. The spread was 8.5. It was dicey. It was dicey. We were sweating. But the Warriors cover the spread. Ended up winning by 15. So cash that ticket. Also, if you bet on the under, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. You hit that as well. Cleveland has lost 6 of its last 14 games as a dog. Under is 25-8 in the Warriors' last 33 road games. For more information like that, go to NBCSportsEdge.com. And one guy who helped the Warriors cover the spread, it was Draymond Green with the season high 14 assists. He's now sitting on the podium discussing tonight's win.
There. How helpful is it to have a guy, on the back end of the roster like that just drop them in a game like that and chooses it?
It's incredible. I always tell Juan, obviously the minutes are up and down, but when the game's going to have the type of performance he had tonight to change the game for us and make sure we got out of here with a win. So kudos to him for being a true professional. I understand how frustrating it can get, when you are in and out of the lineup like that. But true professionals stay ready as he has always done, and that's why he's always ready when his moment is called, when his number's called.
Everyone's Steph, obviously, 40, 20 in the fourth. What is it like being able to rely on that type of greatness when you get needed?
At this point, kind of become accustomed to being able to rely on that. But tonight he was incredible. The way he took the game over there in that fourth quarter was amazing. We needed every single one of them because just wasn't going well for us. I think at the start we were down 13. So we needed him to get going like that, and he did. And, we were able to come out on top. But that's why he is who he is. That's why he's the MVP of this league. That's why, he's been the face of this franchise for years and has led us to so much success.
Cool. Of that pass for you, where obviously you've been out of the rotation the last few games, and then just tossed right into the mix in the third, fourth quarter.
I think the only difficult part is just having the desire to play. I love this game. This is my life right here. I put so much effort and emotion into this game, so I just always want to play. But at the end of the day, I'm an adult and I'm understanding of what my job and what my role is on this team. So, and I'm accepting of that. I could sit here and pout about it, but what good is that going to do? And it's all about perspective, man. I was telling Connor earlier, it's just about perspective, man. I could be anywhere else in the world. I could be on any other team. I could be on a losing team. Shit, I could be back in the G League. But I'm on the best team in the NBA, my hometown team. I get to play with Hall of Famers. It's perspective, man. So, I want to play more, of course. Everybody wants to play. But shit, at the end of the day, as a grown man, you got to wake up and do your job. And that's what my job is. My job is to get my team a spark off the bench. And whenever I'm needed and my number's called, I got to perform. So just staying ready, man. That's not difficult at all. I've been through tougher stuff in my life. So it's perspective.
Obviously, one of those Hall of Famers is Steph. As a group, what is it like to have him to rely on tonight?
I use this comparison maybe last year, but it's like you get into a street fight and you got Mike Tyson on your side. Like, of course, you're going to have all the confidence in the world because Mike Tyson is knocking people out when you got the best basketball player in the world. And I said this before the season started, I think Steph Curry is the best basketball player in the world. So when you got him on your team, and that gives you all the confidence. If you got number 30 on your team, any team, I think you're a competitor because you got the best basketball player in the world. And so, it's a lot of fun. It's fun watching him. It's fun playing with him. He makes the game so much easier. He makes the game a lot of fun. I think he's made the game, like Andre said, it's not as masculine anymore. You can smile, you can have fun. So it's a treat to play with that guy. And I embrace and cherish this opportunity that I have to play alongside with somebody like him, because people are going to talk about that man forever when they talk about professional basketball or basketball in general. So just to be a part of what he's doing and the history he's making, the records that he's breaking, it's a treat, man. It's something I'll share with my kids and my grandkids and so forth.
What's it like being in two road arenas within a couple nights of each other and be on a team where your teammate is getting MVP chance from the opposing crowd?
It's the Steph Curry effect. He's the best player in the world. He's got fans everywhere. It's cool, man. There's nothing much to it, but other than just to sit back and embrace it, because it's not every day that you see this type of effect. There's only so many players that have that type of caliber. Mike, Kobe, Bron, Steph, KD. The list isn't very big. So I just sit back and I embrace it, man. I try to live in the moment because, like I said, you don't get to experience these type of things every day. And I've only been in the NBA for 3 years, but I played a lot of basketball in my life, and you don't run into players